Good evening. You're here. So great to have you here today. It's Professor Shadow for Sunday Night in the Shadows with yours truly. Check my volume levels before we proceed. Do bear with me. Good. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. So, as I was saying, thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for showing up in this space, my space, the space of Professor Shadow. Sound as well. Good, yeah, because I was messing around with the microphone because I was doing some recording, and what I use for recording is a thing called Adobe Auditions, and I got some new settings and I was messing around with it, and then I was playing with the microphone and messed all my settings up. So hopefully it sounds good. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. Truly appreciate it, my Titan. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Excellent. Good. Right, we're live. Again, thank you for joining me. It's Professor here. And what a week it's been. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get as much out this week as usual. I've been working. You know that thing called work that you actually have to do to sustain an income. I've had to do that thing called work, and it's taken over a little bit of time this week, next week, probably the week after. So gonna be a little bit slow or lack of getting the stories out. So don't forget, you still have the playlists if you haven't been through the playlists yet, which I did spend the whole weekend creating. So you do have a great playlist. I showed you last week the playlists that we created just for you, which were these, where we can go through all the playlists. And if it depends on your phone, you'll probably only see 2 or 3 of these. But you can always scroll to the right to see more. And you'll see more and more. So you can always see more by scrolling. So there's all these to watch in case you feel, oh, Professor has to do some work, so he hasn't been putting out as much. Obviously, we do have to work, unfortunately. I'd rather be doing this. But unfortunately, this week, next week, probably the week after, bogged down with a task at work, and a little bit stuck for time. So what did we do? What did I do? Good question. You don't want to see that bit. You want to see this bit. And this bit. Here we go. Here's what we did. So where were we last week? 4 days, 6 days, 7 days. Okay, so we were here last week. And so we got the trailer out, which I did promise I was going to do for the... is that right? The actual don't swallow the seeds story. That's actually not done too bad. I didn't think. I know people when you do anything but vampires and werewolves, people don't really watch it on this channel. It's not known for that. People prefer the vampire and werewolf. But this one didn't do too bad, so quite pleased with that. So I enjoyed that. It's a little bit different. That's why. And then I remastered the old favorite, Sarana, part 1 of the Elder and Sarana tales. And so we remastered that. That came out really good. Really pleased with the way the video came out for there. Video we put in the members area. That's the trailer for it. And then the trailer for the third part of Tales from the Shadows, which was this one. Really great trailer. Love it. Love this one because obviously taking inspiration from the creature from Black Lagoon. It's not done. I had it all ready to go. I just haven't been able to edit it. I've got it all done. It sounds really cool because I've put this new settings into Adobe Auditions, so it sounds really, my voice sounds really deep and really clear, you know, like when you listen to the radio or a podcast. So we get that tone on it, so it sounds really good. So so it was worth it. So I managed to do that, and I managed to record it, and but I haven't edited it at all. So I started to do a bit today, but I haven't really had the chance to do it. So, but this is a great trailer. I was really happy with that. The way we took from the creature. Oh, I'm showing you this and you can't see it. I'm on the wrong one. Excuse me. Must always be a creature. We're showing you this. There's me chatting away, and from the twisted you can't see the same page as me.
Now a team of investigators dares to uncover the truths.
One of those
truths were meant to stay buried.
I love this though. I love this little bit here that happens.
Some truths were meant to stay buried.
Hand on the glass.
Because the lake
creature
must always have a creature. Always.
Loving it. So yes, it's done. I just need to edit it. Once it's edited, it will be ready and available. Hopefully in the next couple of days I could do that. And then I remastered the Elder, How Elder Become a Vampire remastered. So that's already doing well. I knew that would do well, and lots of people would like that. I just feel that previous to where we've improved so much with the graphics of AI, that they deserved a remaster. So gone in and remastered that, and that's done. So make sure you give that a watch if you haven't already, of course. And apart from that, that's all I've done this week because, like I say, I've had to do that horrible thing called work, which has taken most of my time. So, but never mind. Good. What we got on? My Titan's on. Good evening. John's on. Good evening. That's all we got on today. Okay. Expecting Poison Ivy to turn up. Nice. You'll love the story. You got to watch the story when it comes out because it's not what you think. Obviously, it's not what you think. I changed it around a little bit to make it fit in with Tales from the Shadows. It's a great part 3. Great part 3. The visuals of your recent videos have been exceptionally good. Yes, the AI is going crazy. Crazy. My mum had her 60th birthday. Nice. Wish her a happy birthday from me. 60 is not old. In 3 years, I will be there. Nice young age. Perfect age. Yeah, the visuals are getting great. Getting really good. And we're still, I believe, fairly early stages. And I think for me, they're perfect because you can put that, like, especially for Tales from the Shadows, that 70s vibe in, and it comes out really well. So it really understands that. Whereas some certain things you put in, it just won't come up with, doesn't come up very well with them. But that it does. So I'm sure we can do a great Tales from. My goal for Tales from the Shadows is to get 10 parts. Ten parts of Tales from the Shadows. And then I'll release it all as one big one, and I'll do an audio book for it, and I'll do a podcast. I'm on a podcast on 8th of September. So we've got plenty of time, but I'll have to put some links in as it gets closer. And I'm going to be on a podcast, so I'll have to send the link for that for everybody in case you want to watch the podcast. Someone's interviewing me for Professor Shadow, so that should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. No, yes. Tell her happy birthday from me for sure. For sure. Good. Again, I mean, Sundays are getting very quiet. I mean, it's probably because it's summer, though. Do you think? We're not showing up because summer. So remember, if you're watching the replay here, come and see me live. You don't have to watch the replay. You can come and join in the exciting chats we have. Did Tubby enjoy laser tag? Yes, she did. She did enjoy laser tag. And her pizza. She enjoyed her pizza as well. I'm sure she'll pop on a little bit. At the moment, she's chatting with her friends. So she'll probably pop on a little while. And I picked up. Let me grab it. I was in the store and I was walking around the store and I saw this on the shelf. Oh, look at that. From Beyond the Grave, the Amicus version. And I picked up a second movie while I was in there. Frederick March version, Jekyll and Hyde. So I was in HMV, and these two were literally there. And I've got this one already. I've got this one, but it's on DVD, and I saw it on Blu-ray for sale, and I thought, okay, grabbing it. And this one I already have again on DVD, but it was a really old, not very good copy. So I replaced this with, I haven't watched this one yet. You can see the first one I opened, of course, was this one, and it's in my DVD player or Blu-ray player right now because I watched it yesterday. And so we just got this one to watch, which I'll probably watch during the week. Haven't heard From Beyond the Grave. My goodness. Not heard of From Beyond the Grave. My goodness. It is the ultimate Amicus movie for me. From Beyond the Grave by Amicus. But because I think Warner Brothers bought, I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but it's got Warner Brothers on it. So maybe they bought out the license, which is why it doesn't say Amicus. But look for that. What a great, I watched it yesterday, and my goodness, it's so good. I've seen it hundreds of times, but my goodness, I love that movie so much. I loved it. I sat and watched the whole thing. You know how today's world, you sit, you do something for 10 minutes, and then you have to be fidgeting to move to the next thing, or you pull your phone out and watch it while you're doing something. Now, that's what the phones and social media have done to our brains. They've made us rely on the dopamine hit of the next scroll or the next thing, and our attention spans have dropped so low. But I was able to sit and watch the entire movie engrossed. I loved it. It was amazing. Such a great movie. And of course, it's got Peter Cushing in the end. We see a great Peter Cushing as the storekeeper. My goodness, yeah, I was in my element watching that, in my absolute element. Loved it. So good. So there's a couple more to add to my collection. I think I've got them all. I've got all of Amicus now on Blu-ray, so it's great. Sounds like an Italian horror film. Definitely a British 1974, I think. I think it's 1974, that one. Definitely British. You can watch it. You have Donald Pleasance in there. You have, of course, Peter Cushing. Diana Dawes is in there. David Warner's in there. Yeah. Are you drinking coffee? Yes, I'm drinking coffee because I have, after my coffee, a drink to to quench your thirst. The vitamin C drink, of course. Have to have one at night. I think you need to take these things to look after ourselves. So try and exercise daily, or go for a walk and do some exercise every day. Sometimes I skip it because I'm busy, but as long as I get maybe four times a week of exercise, I'm pretty happy. It's quite handy because, I mean, obviously one of the jobs I do is I'm not actually that much involved in it at the moment, but I do run a school teaching where people do martial arts. So it's I'm not that involved in it. Go in maybe twice a week. Yeah, I think walking's really good. If I don't walk, then I just if I'm not going anywhere or it's raining, then I can just walk here, and then of course I can always go to my school. So I went to the pub today and won barbecue ribs. Nice. Nice. I haven't had barbecue ribs for so long. Every time I go somewhere and they've got barbecue, I always see something else that I want. Never mind. But yes, I can 100% recommend From Beyond the Grave. My goodness. I was taken back into my element, and it was an amazing hour and a half of entertainment. And like I said, I got the Frederick Mark. I think that's only an hour long. Jekyll and Hyde. It's the best one. I'm probably not going to have time to watch it today, but definitely get that viewing during the week. And because I watched From Beyond the Grave, you can get Tales from the Crypt it's on YouTube. Tales from the Crypt is actually on YouTube. So I actually started to watch the first bit of that afterwards. That's how much I enjoyed this. It made me want to watch the next one, but only in bits. Such amazing. I've had so much inspiration from that one particular movie. Incredible. Such an amazing film. Good. Well, we're definitely a bit low on the ground today with the audience as such, or participants, or chatters, however you want to put it. But the most important ones showed up. That's how I always see it. And if that's you, thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I'm sure Tubby will pop on when she's finished chatting with her friends. But apart from that, we've got like a couple of people on here. And I have my T-shirts that I've ordered, and I was hoping they were going to be here for today. But they're not coming till next week now with the Sarana T-shirt, so I can wear it live. And I was hoping that was going to be here to wear, but it's not come. Of course, I've got to get on and do. I really want to finish as well the Elder verse Winter, because this is the final part. There's one more part. I know exactly. I haven't written it, but I know what I need to do in it. So I'm gonna write that this week and see how we're doing, because I need to practice the mic. Like I say, I have a new. I already have Adobe Auditions because it's like the best thing you can get. But I normally just use the most basic settings. But now I found these settings. I was actually studying a little bit of it. I don't feel like me. You get something, you don't read the instructions, you just do it. That's pretty much what I did. And of course, I've been missing out on so much. And so I've gone and watched some YouTube videos on how to improve the sound of the voice. And hopefully the new ones that come out, the voices are a lot better, hopefully. Does have section on a blind school. What am I thinking of? Tales from the Crypt. There's a Tales from the Crypt have the blind old people's home and the man with the dog. Yeah. Beyond the Grave is an anthology, yes. Is that the Amicus ones? It's got like 4? Is it 4 stories? I think it's 4. 1, 2. Yes, 4. And all of them are great. You have the first one with the David Warner one, which is absolutely, I don't know what I'm going to say, they're all my favorites, but one of the most influential episodes for me, definitely, because it's that whole thing of the eternal cycle. And you'll see that a lot in my stories, the eternal cycle. And that is that something happens, okay? In the case of David Warner, he gets this mirror and there's something in the mirror, like a spirit, and it makes him kill to feed it blood. It comes out the mirror so he can go in the mirror, and then it stops, and then someone comes in, now he's going to come out the mirror. That eternal cycle, that's like, I love that concept. And if you go deeper into the story from Tales from Beyond the Grave, that particular, the uninvited guest, I believe it's called, the person in the mirror, who's originally in the mirror, the ghostly figure, is Jack the Ripper, but it doesn't say he is, but that's what it's implying. And I thought, and that whole idea is like, my goodness, so good. So he holds this seance, and then just him is drawn into this other world, and he's inside the mirror, and you see this character, Jack the Ripper character, come up, opens his cloak, and he's got all these knives and everything like that. Yeah, my goodness, so great. So wish I could watch it again without ever seeing it before, to embrace the whole concept of it in its freshness. It'd be amazing. Then you have, I think it's the Donald Pleasance one next, with Donald Pleasance, Diana Dawes. Again, such a great movie and concept and idea. Great. Not my favorite one on there, but it's still really good to watch. And then you have the one with the man, he gets this thing on his shoulder, an elemental on his shoulder. That's a really great concept. And again, that's another concept which I really like. It's like the idea that there's this like demon thing that's draining his energy, and then he gets someone, Madame Orloff, to get the creature off, but then it goes into someone else and says, "You denied me life." Yeah, I love that. So happy with that. So happy. So what's that? 2, 3, and then the final. Is it Madame Orlock? Madame Orloff. I can't remember. Yeah. And the final one was, I said the first one was inspirational. The final one for me is very, very inspirational, because it holds a concept of many of my ideas and how they come into play. It's the concept, not stealing the story, but the concept of it. And that is, it's the door, and he buys this door, he puts it on, and then sometimes it opens, and inside is like this round ghost room, it's called, and it's kept alive by stealing souls and stuff. I have used that so many times. I did a one with Ghost Realm with Serana and Elder. That's the concept, that there's these places that people can be in. And I did a whole ghost world. Yeah. That for me was so good. For me, it always stuck on me, because when he goes in there, so it's a door, he goes in there, but when he destroys it, so he smashes the door, and you see the room like start falling down, and you see behind that So obviously it's in a studio, but they've done something, put something behind you can't quite see. And I always wonder, what is that beyond that? What is beyond that? What is beyond that? And then you see this character, like this black magic man character. He's like a Louis the Fourth something from that time period, and he just opens this door and comes out of this place, this door. He comes through this door. Well, what's beyond that? Well, that was in my head always. It's like, well, I wonder what's there. I remember rewinding it. I say rewind when it was on VHS. Rewind it to try and see if you could see down there what's in there, or when that world collapsed. And I want to see, and I paused it to see what's there. Yeah, that always intrigued me, and that's why that sort of really stuck in my head to create universes. For example, I did that whole series on the Ghost Realm, and totally inspired by that short clip. Love that story. Ghost worlds are so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to expand on it. Still left the door open for that. So there's always room to go back in there, because in the 4 episodes I did, the finale of the Ghost Realm. I don't know if it's going to come up here. Oh, look at that! Just so happens, boom. The Ghost Realm, the finale of the Ghost Realm, was so good for me. I managed to get so much in that episode. So much what I wanted to say in that one episode, the final one. I mean, of course, you have to watch 1, 2, and 3. But that final episode for me, where Sarana absorbs all of the Ghost Realm energy and becomes this dark god, if you like, and she has this ultimate power. But what gets her out was the conversation between Elder and her. And oh my goodness, I love that conversation so much. It came out so perfect for me. So perfect. I know I wrote it. It's crazy. And but I go back to it often to listen to that section. It's very inspiring. It sometimes can give you that little kick up the butt that you need sometimes. But yes, highly recommend. If you haven't watched that, you can go watch that. But that's where it came from. So if you were wondering, how did I get the idea for the Ghost Realm? Now you know. Now you know. Reinhard is on. Von Holst made it. Welcome. Welcome to this Sunday night. I was just saying, I was in HMV and I managed to pick up the Blu-ray from Beyond the Grave and the Blu-ray for the Frederick March, Jekyll and Hyde. I've watched this one already. I've yet to rewatch this one. The perfect movies. I should have done a horror double bill for myself to reminisce the 1980s, and started with the Jekyll and Hyde and then finished with From Beyond the Grave. It would have been a good evening. But unfortunately, I didn't have the time to sit and watch 2 movies in a row. Actually had to do some work. It's crazy. I've been called in quite a bit. Some stuff going on at work right now. So hence why I haven't done it as much this week, and probably not next week either. I just don't have the time, because I have to do this thing called work. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know why we have to do this work. I just want to sit and watch these, be inspired, and create my own ones. That's what I want to do, but unfortunately, we have to do this thing called work to pay the bills. be nice if we could all just do that, but we can't. And yes, I was just going over how much that one movie from Beyond the Grave is inspirational to many of the stories I've done. Many. And so good. So good. And we were speaking about how important, because I was drinking this super duper power drink, how important it is for us to stay healthy. Absolutely staying healthy. And was talking about how I've been using Adobe Auditions for so long, but I've been very lazy and just using the presets. And over this weekend, I was investigating some instructions on YouTube of how to do it, and actually found out how deep it goes and how much we can put into it to make things sound so much better. So that was cool. I mean, playing around. I was recording. I was actually just recording an older one I did just for a test. He spent the night with a vampire. I've been redoing just as a test and comparing it to the old one. It sounds so good. Have you been inspired by a piece of art like a painting? Oh, no, probably not. Many movies. When I was a kid, all I did was collect and watch horror movies. That's pretty much it. And I used to go to every week, once a week I'd do judo, and once a week I'd do karate. That's what I did as a kid. That's pretty much it. And that was my whole life until I was about 16. And once I was 16 and I could get a job, I pretty much invested my money into building. Originally, it was VHS movie collections. And we've moved on from there, went DVD, and then now we're on Blu-ray. And of course, streaming, I don't really like that much. I don't think it's a good idea because they can change it. Great Red Dragon well, explain it. If that's inspired you in any way, you can definitely let us know. Art, the Red Dragon. No, I'm just a big horror film buff. It was inspiration for a Hannibal Lecter movie on the same name. Oh yeah, I got you. Gotcha. No, that's inspiration for someone else. I was just saying what really gets to me and what gets in my head that I want to create for it are those little tiny bits in the films. When we spoke about this movie, and the last story, there was a ghost room, and it breaks down. They break the door, and it breaks down, and it's a movie set. It's 1974, so there's no CGI or anything. But there was, when it breaks down, they put something behind the wall, the set, and I was always obsessed, not with what's going on, but what was behind that, and that's what inspired me to write many things. That ghostly realm beyond the realm. Yeah, I love that. That's what got me. Modern day, like the Da Vinci Code, Dan Brownstone, but it's about a trapped demon Beneath a ruined abbey. The fifth nail. Nice. Nice. Tell me, do you publish on Amazon or self-publish only? Because the reason that I was messing around with Adobe Auditions is because you have to have a unique setting to make your audiobook go onto Amazon's Audible. So, but it does sound so good. I must admit, it sounds so good. You know, when you listen to the radio and they have that deeper tone voice, you can actually have that. It's so good. So good. But there's so much to learn on Adobe Auditions, and I don't want to be I did the Premiere Pro for editing, so I'm pretty much a whiz at that. And Adobe Auditions I never bothered with, never. Just there's a basic setting. You click the button, record, and you can just, like, when you make a mistake, so you put an or you say something wrong. A lot of times I don't bother, I just let it run. But I didn't realize you could do this. But you're recording, and let's say you fluff your words up, which of course you do. They say I'm reading off this, what I got on the other stage. Shop the full range of the official Red Dragon and something, and you go shop the full range official. You can literally just press a button and it will go back, find your mistake, and you start recording again. You don't do nothing. It's so good. I don't know how the profs can possibly make his videos better. The visuals are audio. If they can get better, we'll love it. Yeah, I think it's meaning the sound. I think it means sound. Yeah, loving the new AI. Loving it. It's actually a lot easier as well. And easy at the moment is good. Easy is good because time is being stolen from me like you wouldn't believe. Well, I'm sure you do. Everyone is in the same position as me. I'm no different to anybody, that we want to do things, but we never seem to have the time to sit down and actually focus on doing what we really want to do. Because, for example, I would love to sit and record and play with Adobe Auditions all day long. But then I realize, hey, hang on, I've got to pay bills. So I've got to go and do some work. So yeah, so I'll just keep playing with that until I get the hang of it. But I'll get there. I'll get there. And I did the story, He Spent the Night with a Vampire. And I put the new settings into Adobe Auditions and recorded the first chapter. And I did a side-by-side. And I'm so pleased with the new settings. It sounds so good. So good. Like I say, when you listen to that radio and you hear that deep tone voice, it's the same voice, it's just got that deeper tone. It just sounds really good. And you can cut out the background noise and everything. Oh, I didn't even know this stuff. I didn't even know it. I just used the most basic setting, record. Now I do. So I'm pretty much a whiz at the video editing. I got that down. But now it's the sound editing, which I think I need to get down a little bit better. Because it's unacceptable on Audible, Amazon. It's unacceptable. They won't accept my, it's got to be on a certain frequency and they won't accept what I've done already. So anything I want to put on there, I need to redo, which will give me lots and lots of time to practice and play. So if you're just joining me right now, don't forget to pop in, say hi. I would love to know that you're joining me this evening. Or if you're watching a replay, don't forget you can put the comments down here somewhere, and you can just put your comments in, say hi. Of course, I'm not going to be able to reply to you immediately because it won't be live, but I will get back to you and I will be able to reply. If I miss a comment and I don't get a reply, it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you. It probably means it's got buried a little bit because I didn't reply quick enough, and it can get buried quite fast, especially on times when I'm putting lots of content out. They can get buried pretty quick, but it doesn't mean I'm ignoring you. And yes, once again, if you are joining me for the first time or watching the replay, don't forget, hit that little subscribe button, but only, don't hit it just yet, but only hit it if you can take the shadows. Because if you can't, you're going to struggle here. You're going to struggle because the shadows are not very forgiving. But if that's you and you haven't subscribed, hit the button, because right now I'm on a roll to reach that 12,000 mark, and I'm only a few away. I'm not that many away. So if you are watching and haven't subscribed, come on, you could be the one that helps me get there, which I would appreciate very much. And here we go. Good evening, Professor Shadow. Hope you are well, from Tubby. Told you she's chatting with her friends, but she will manage to come on. What are we? 69? Oh, 69. 69 away from 12,000. 69 away from 12,000. So make sure you're subscribing, hitting that subscribe button, as long as you're not afraid to be in the shadows. If shadows affect you, if fear keeps you awake at night, we're probably not the right place for you. But many people that come this way are able to walk with me in the shadows without fear. If that's you, hit the button and you can walk with us the shadowy path. The path of trying to bring you tales that affect the mind rather than the gore factor. Or lurch with you like a zombie, indeed. Especially on a Sunday morning. I definitely could be lurching with me on a Sunday morning when I get up. After a night of Saturday night sitting up watching movies all night. I say that, but I don't know about you. But I remember a time when I could sit up and watch like 2-3 movies in a row. Maybe sitting up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Right now, I'm done by 10. By 10 o'clock, I'm already starting, but I do get up pretty early, so that's what it is. I get up around about 5 a.m. So by 10, I'm pretty much done. So I've got anything I want to do, I need to do by 10 o'clock. Or I'm lagging. That's when I'm lurching like a zombie. Probably later. So if you want to lurch with me like a zombie, then 10 o'clock p.m. After that, 100%. 100% I'm done. But yeah, I remember I could go all day, watch movies at night. My goodness, sit up most of the night. And now, my goodness. Maybe I just wasn't getting enough sleep at the time. But now, I watched The Lord of the Rings, 3 films in one day. Nice. Nice. I just couldn't do it now. I won't be able to do it. Maybe maybe I'll put them on at 5, but again, I can't sit at 5 o'clock. I've got to do something. I've got to work. Once my brain awakens from its slumber, from its eternal sleep, when I wake up, I need to work. I cannot not work. I need to 5 a.m. is the best time. You work in care, don't you? I used to do 12-hour shifts, or was a live carer. I run a school. I run a martial arts school. I run a martial arts school, but it's not just a martial arts school. It's like for really working on child development, things like that as well. So we have adults there. I don't have much to do with the adults now. I used to. Right now, I don't. And but predominantly, my focus is on the helping children discipline confidence through child development through martial arts, really. But yeah, it's like cognitive training, stuff like that. But for adults, this is like adults martial arts. But I don't. As we get older, my biggest fear is always getting injured. So I sort of don't focus. I have someone else to do that for me. So if you go on my website, it says my 2 passions in life: horror films, martial arts. I was martial arts forever, since I was a kid. But yes, I do a bit now, but not even nearly as much. Still try and stay healthy and in shape and exercise at least 4 times a week. Am I a black belt? Yes, I am a black belt. I'm a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Which took a while to get. It was a hard path, hard ladder, but then I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. But I'm not as involved now. Too many injuries, and having the focus that I want to stay healthy. I feel that if I were to continue on that path, it could do damage that I don't want. I've been injured so many times, and as you get older, you don't recover as quick. So yeah. So then I put my focus into other things, which is like helping the youth. Yeah, I've seen Black Belt Barrister. Yes, I can sleep soundly, because Tubby would. It's pretty tough because she still trains. So, yeah, Kyra, she still trains. She's getting very good. I'm impressed. Yeah, it's a great sport. Good for when you're older, but not good being a competitor for your entirety of your lifespan. I literally started when I was like 6 years old, so it was like 50 years. I'd say competitively around about 30 plus years. About 30 plus years competitively, which takes a toll. It does take a toll. And then you get to a point and you realize everything you do, any injury you get now is going to last for so long. And I just got to that point where actually maybe I'll let some other people run it for me. Which is what I said before, wasn't it? I said I run a bit. I've got some people running it for me. That was good. Tubby is future black belt. Yes, indeed. Let's hope so. So you can now go and Google. If you don't already know what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that should be interesting. If you don't know already, maybe you do. I did karate as well, and I did judo. So did many things to stay healthy. It was all to stay healthy. And obviously, as a child, that was the perfect outlet, because obviously my brain doesn't shut down. So 2 black belts in the house ready for the zombie apocalypse. See, that's when you can't speak, and you just press the button on auditions and it'll go back and you just re-say it. So 2 black belts in the house, ready for the zombie apocalypse. Indeed. Yes. But I always see that as like, what good would fighting a zombie be? You just punch them, hit their tooth, and you're infected. Grab them and they just bite you. So you definitely need a weapon of some kind. Yeah, I don't think you could wrestle with a zombie. I wrestled a zombie. Perhaps that should be a new story. A hammer, yes. Yeah, something to hit them with. Sword or something. Baseball bat. Long-range weapons, indeed, yes. That's how you'd hold them off. So when I was younger as well, there's a group of us as kids, and we used to sit around and watch this movie over and over again called Zombies: Dawn of the Dead, from 1978, the one in the mall. And we always used to have these discussions about, what would we do if the zombie, just when we was kids, what would we do? Where would we go? Where would we hold up? What weapons could we find? So, yeah, I have a bow and about 50 arrows. I'm a prepper. Nice. Have you seen those? You get those like crossbow things, like repeat, like it's like a little cartridge and it fires out lots of little shots. I've seen that. Looks interesting. So obviously here in the UK we can't have firearms, so we can't have much here in the UK at the minute, I think. But that's a discussion for another day. Because if I say too much about it, I'll probably be taken down. That's how good it is. But you all know where I'm coming from. Yeah, exactly. You can't say it. You can't say it, but we know. We know where you're coming from. Ready for the zombie apocalypse. Which, as things are going, could be sooner than later. I remember having many in-depth discussions on the Dawn of the Dead, Zombies: Dawn of the Dead, and what would you do if there was a zombie apocalypse? What would you do? Me and there's two of my friends. One of them's gone now. I got one of them still from when we were kids, and yeah, what would you do? My goodness, the amount of time we spent and the detail. Get back to me. I did look. I didn't see an email from you. I did go in and check. I didn't see anything. Resend it. Oh, the one from a while back. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought I did reply. I'll double check. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. Are you stocked on tins of food and all that in case of an apocalypse? No, I'm not. I'm not stocked. I'm not sure what the best option in the. Well, we mentioned this before. What's the best option in an apocalypse? Survive or just be done with it? Brains all over the place. No food for zombies, and no, nothing left for them. Nothing left for them. Okay, good. On that note, depends on your health. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When we were kids, we had this idea, this plan. There was this place, and there was the army barracks near where we used to live. And then there was these little shop areas. And we as kids, this is kids, 8, 9 years old, we made plans, this is serious, to put cars all around these entrances and stuff, and how to get in the barracks and everything. It's just kids making, I'm not endorsing anyone breaking into anything. This is just kids when I remember when I was a kid, and we had some fun coming up with some stories. But we planned to block all these things off, get the equipment here. Man, we were so detailed at 8, 9 years old. That was crazy. After watching, and we used to watch Zombies Dawn Dead over and over. Good times. Good times. Yeah. What you need for a zombie apocalypse is Winter's glove and intellect. Just shut them off. That's all you need. Yeah, well, it's so in depth. It was like we literally had the plan, the ultimate plan. It was crazy. As kids, it was so much fun. It was me and my 2 friends. One of them, like I say, is not with us anymore, unfortunately. Got really ill at a young age, around about 40. But he's gone now. Just one more. I don't speak to him anymore. They're on one side of the country. I'm on the other side of the country. Don't really hook up or anything. But that's life. We were speaking about that to someone the other day. It's like you have these friends when you're kids, but when you get older, your life is so busy. People say I need friends, but you never got time. I don't have time for. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for myself. But there you go. It's a Bible. Nice. Right. On this note, I'm going to head off. Head off today. Go and relax. Get ready for work now. So I'm going to try and get some stuff out next week. Like I say, if I'm a little sparse, I do apologize. I do have some extra work on at the moment because, I've got to pay people. I employ people and I've got to pay them. So anyway, have a great week. I'll get out as much as I can. If you do see new stuff up, please click on it. If you could anything new that comes out, if you can like and comment on it, even if it's just, hey, just watched it, that'd be great because that helps me. Check under the bed and in the cupboard first. Nice. I will. I know what's under my bed. I know what's under my bed. I also have a little bit of prepper position, and I have certain things that I'm not going to say are around here. I'm behind you. Nice. Okay, on that note, before someone does actually sneak up behind me, I'm going to head off. Guys, thank you so much once again for joining me. I do appreciate it. But then again, how can you not resist stepping into the shadows? On that note, check out for what I put out next week. Hopefully I can get out some more material than I did this week, and I will see you all soon. Take care.